Hello watchers and welcome to issue 8 of the Disney Dollhouse. Let's have a quick flip through of the magazine before we get started. So in this issue we have gotten the piano from the Aristocats. The famous pink piano. To be honest with you, I think I've only seen this movie once. For some reason, I've not seen it in its entirety, I don't think, so I'm going to have to sit and watch it again, because it does look quite interesting. For this issue, we'll only need the kit that came with the magazine, issue A. We don't need any other bits from previous magazines just yet. We also need cutting mat, all-purpose glue, cutting pliers. I'm going to have to look for those. Cocktail sticks and tweezers, which was provided in issue 2. So, as always, we have our assembly instructions. At a quick glance, it looks pretty straightforward. Oh, and it looks like we're going to have some bits left over that we'll need for the next issue. So, make sure we keep them somewhere safe. Then, of course, it's about the music of the Aristocats. Aristocats, I should say. And all about the pink piano in the jazz movie. You see, I think that's why I only watched it once, because when I was younger I wasn't really into jazz, but as I've got older I like jazz music, so I think this is a movie I'll enjoy more as I've got older. And then the movie in question is Alice in Wonderland 1951, because we've had a couple of bits from Alice in Wonderland already to decorate the house with. And then just another advertisement for the Dollhouse and what's coming up in issue 9, which is some Peter Pan stuff and another wall. No poster again though. Interestingly, have they scrapped doing that now? I don't know. We shall see what happens. Okay, so here's our little bits. These all seem to be plastic. Oh, that's quite a chunky plastic one. Oh, that's what I forgot to mention. We also get a little music sheet. Which, if anyone can read music, it's supposed to be the famous song from the Aristocats. Aristocats. But I don't... I mean, I don't know, I'm not... To me, it looks like it's printed backwards. I mean, when you read the title at the top. Don't know if you can get that any clearer. Don't think so. But it's just on a normal piece of paper with a little bit of gloss on the top. I'm not too impressed by the quality of that. I think that could have been done a little bit better. Because I mean, even the print. I think even if you can read music, you're not going to be able to read that very well. I don't think. So I don't know. But I'm just going to get the bits out for the piano. Well, what I believe's for the piano. And then we've got these dark brown bits, which I think are the trim and base plates for the walls that we've already gotten in previous issues. But I'm just going to leave them in there because we're not going to need those this issue. But we need to keep them safe for next time. So first up is assembling our keyboard. So literally just putting the black keys inside the white keys. And clicking it all into place, I think. Have I put that the right way up? That's the question. I think it'll only click into place one way. So yeah, and then want to slide that into this piece, which has got the 3 pins on the back. There's only one piece like this, so you can't mix them up. And then, oh, I think I need to really press it down with the black keys. And see a bit of a gap. And then slot it into place. Now to me they don't, am I not slotting it into the thing properly? Hang on. There we go. Yeah. You really need to push it into place so then you can see a little bit of pink at the bottom. There we go. It's not going to come out now. I didn't want to break it, so I was being delicate. So I've got a little keyboard there. Then the next bit is to get our chunky bit. Oh. Mine's already come assembled, but basically this plate, if yours isn't assembled, you just slot it into the place that it is, where you've got the Disney logo at the bottom. But mine's already in place, because as you can see on the magazine it says here to put the 2 pins together, but mine's already in place, so I'm guessing it's probably just come like that. So that's our body of the piano. Okay, so once you've got a keyboard and the back panel on the body, we then want to put these here in place. Now it says on the magazine if they're feeling a little loose, which they are on mine, put a little bit of glue on each end, all-purpose glue, which is not my favourite glue to use, but it is actually very easy to clean up, so don't worry if you do get it all over the place. So I'll just put a good dash of glue on there. Not too much. Then obviously make sure you've got your keys up, so these are your pedals of your piano, and then your keys want to be above that. Then slot each one into place like so, making sure you've got none of this horrible glue drying on anything, which again, as always, just use with a cotton bud to wipe away any excess. But the great thing about all-purpose glue, when it does dry, it easily peels off, so if you still can feel a bit of roughness, you can get it off. There we go. Now we want to put our side pieces in, which are these 2 here with the lines down the front. You can't put them in the wrong way around, they'll only go slot in the right way, but you want to make sure that the side of the keyboard slots into that ridge there, and then obviously the pins line up, and then I think everything will hold itself into place. Got a weird hair on mine, but there we go. Oh, there we go. Nice tight click. Okay. Then we want to attach these legs to the piano. These ones don't matter which way round you put them because they're identical. So they slot together like so. Nice and tight. And then we put this top piece on. And which way around do we want this? We want it so the this raised bit is to the front of the piano. and then find the slots, and then everything should click into place. As you can see, these side pieces click in, well, not click, they rest easily in the slots there. That is really nicely done, I've got to admit. Now we're almost finished. And then the last thing to do is the fiddly bit. This is where we need our pliers. So these are the sort of pliers you want with the cutting. They might be called wire strippers as well. But you can get these just from like £1 at Wilkinson's. And you just want to go, make sure the flat part is cutting off the top part, because you don't want too much plastic on the end, so you want a smooth cut. Otherwise these feet won't rest inside of the piano very well. Forgive me, these pliers are a little bit stiff because they're very old and they've had God knows amount of super glue from various architectural models I've done. So they're very stiff. There we go, another one. And then the final one. There we go. So we've got 3 perfect little gold feet. And this is where it says we need our tweezers. Do we need to glue them? According to this, not so much. And they're supposed to just slop. You know what? I know it always says use tweezers, but I find just using my hands so much easier. No, you're not going to need glue. They slot in perfectly. There we go. But to be honest with you, I don't think the piano pedals should be this long, but I thought they'd be shorter. But no, they fit in there very tightly. They're not going to come out unless you really pull them. But yeah, there we have it. Our little piano and its little music sheet. There we go. So that's the assembly for this week. Got to admit, the amount of detail, I mean, look at all the trim around the piano, and even the keys look quite real as well. But yeah, very nicely done with the piano. And easily put together as well. I was watching, who was I watching? I think his name's Scott from Building with the Boys, I believe. And he was a bit worried about the piano. He says other people have had fun in games with it. But for me, I think this was quite simple just to slot together. Barely any glue. Obviously just to keep the keyboard in a more stiff position. As you can see, it's not wobbly at all. So I think it was quite easy to put together. So I think the chap has got nothing to worry about. And I think he's going to find it quite easy to put together, actually. But yeah, as always, just really read the instructions that come with the magazine. And I think they do an official video as well, if you're really stuck. And then, of course, you've just seen me do it as well. So, you know, please leave a comment below if you are stuck and you need help with something. I don't mind answering any questions at all. But yeah. Thanks so much for watching this issue. I hope you're enjoying it so far. And again, in the comments, let me know if I want to know if you guys are building this as well, and how you're getting on with it. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.